Good morning and welcome. It is 10:30. It is the 17th day of March 2021. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm wearing red because I forgot it's St. Patrick's Day. Support me, Pepsi. I need a sponsor and money, and I will sell out. It is time for the crowdfunding, Kickstarter, whatever you want to call it, news. The following products, Kickstarters, are supposedly coming to an end this Friday. So if you want to jump on these and any of these sound like something you want to support, you can check them out via Kickstarter or crowdfunding sites, or you can go to your friendly local game store, that's Seth's Games and Anime here in Ventura, and ask them to look into it for you. Either way, if any of these sound interesting to you, they supposedly are ending this week. And Kickstarters are always good because they will send you at least a free PDF, and sometimes they'll send you stickers and stuff. And basically, with the future of the products, Kickstarter is the best way for products to get out there and get funding, because whatever, money, stuff, sandwiches, lunchbox of doom. Here we go. Okay, from a company called Studio Agate, we have a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition source book called Lore Book and Toolbox for your 5e campaign. 360 pages of lore for D&D 5th edition. Do you need cities, locations, NPC, plot hooks, magic items, blah, blah, blah. Stuff you've seen before 1,000 times. Here's a new company doing the exact same thing, because jump on that 5th edition bandwagon while you can. Who am I to complain? I wrote a 5th edition adventure as well. Nightfall Games, the Terminator Rpg, is ending its Kickstarter, so if you want to get in on the beginning of what's going on with the tabletop role-playing current license for Terminator, this covers, I think, the first 2 games, first 2 movies, and the very last movie. It doesn't count Terminator 3, 4, 5, or whatever the other ones are. This is from Nightfall Games, a Terminator RPG product. Its Kickstarter ends this Friday. Again, because we know Free League currently has Aliens. I don't know if anybody's doing Predator. These guys are doing Terminator. But at one point in time, Terminator, Predator, and Aliens all existed in the same universe. I don't know if they still do or how that works with the James Cameron and the Predator and the whatever. But remember, at one point in time, they all did exist in the same universe. So who knows what this means? I'm just talking. From Greg Gillespie for OSR, we have Borrow Maze, Darrow Deep. So this is a new mega dungeon from Greg Gillespie, the guy who brought us Borrow Maze, which is one of my favorite mega dungeons. This one seems to be a dwarven theme. I like Greg Gillespie stuff because they tend to always follow a single theme, which is both good and bad. Like Borrow Maze is all undead and undead adjacent, and anything that you might think of undead, which means you're going to run into a lot of various types of undead and people who worship undead and necromancers and death cults and whatever else. But then there's, tons of things you won't ever see in Borrow Maze because of the undead theme. It means, you're not going to run into an Efreet or whatever. So I like that. I like the consistency, but then again, because of that consistency, there's certain encounters and treasures you'll never find. So this is the same thing. It seems to be very Lost Dwarven mine kind of thing. So, you expect it to be a great underground dwarven stronghold and all the things that you would expect to see in a great underground dwarven stronghold that has been lost. But on the other hand, there's plenty of things you wouldn't see. So please support Greg Gillespie. I love his stuff. For the Alchemy RPG, from Alchemy RPG, we have another Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure. This is called Lore of Etheria, the Lost Druid. Once great city has turned into a slum. There's a druid that wants to restore the city. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of art. Another 5th edition adventure. From Pinnacle Entertainment, we have a Savage Worlds product. East Texas University Study Abroad, a Savage World booster from Pinnacle Entertainment. This is for Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. If you're a fan of Savage Worlds and the East Texas University setting, I guess that's adventure game thing. Studying Abroad, written by narratives in each location: Costa Rica, Italy, Poland, and Great Britain. This book offers you characters a chance to travel and deal with supernatural elements outside of Texas. Is East Texas University a supernatural role-playing game or comic book? I don't know, but I guess it is. Okay, from 1985 Games, we have Dungeon Notes. This is a book of notes, starting with Hero's Note, a 64-page book offering an enhanced character sheet and rooms for notes. These are basically journals. So you're paying $50 for 3 books and some sticky notes for the same thing you could get at your, 99 cents for this. Does the exact same thing. Yeah, I know sometimes I'm hard on these guys, but that's my job. And from ACE Gamebooks Roleplay, we have Herot, role-playing in the world of Beowulf, Beast Slayers, expanded ACE rule set. So, expanded version of the ACE rule set to tell tales within the world of Beowulf. It has concept art from John Howe, and uses the Herot, the ACE Gamebook Roleplay system. From Mud Puppy Games, we have Scientific Barbarian Volume Number 3. This is D20 post-apocalyptic material for your game, or for Mutant Crawl Classic. It's a magazine, so it's got, cybernetics, post-apocalypse stuff, artifacts, comics, anything that you might want to, look for. So think of Dragon. It's Dragon Magazine, but for science fiction post-apocalypse. So that's cool. From Lunch Break Heroes, we have the Deck of Many Quests. If you're looking for a deck of cards that lets you draw and quest, this may be the one. You have 50 quests to select from the 2 additional decks, and there's 2 additional decks of 75. You draw a quest, which tells you how many creatures and items to draw. Then the system lays out the bones for this world, quickly leaving time for you to connect the dots. So you draw a card, and it gives you a quest. Then you draw another card, and it tells you monsters and treasures that you're going to counter on the quest. These things are always good for any DM, for any system. It doesn't matter if you are stuck for adventures, or if, like, somebody shows up at your door at 1 o'clock in the morning and says, "Matt, run something." I don't know who Matt is, but I'm just saying that. And you're like, "I don't have anything prepared." Then you just draw a card, and it's like, Lunchbox of Doom. Draw from the monster deck. Vampire Unicorns. Draw from the treasure chest. 13 potions of plant growth. And then that Vampire Unicorn. I do my best thinking when I'm talking to you guys. Lunch box of Doom. Vampire Unicorns. I gotta write this down. Anyways, I like this. I would support it. Get on this. From Dead Channel Studios, the Kickstarter for a GM toolkit for random encounters from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. It's, pretty much just a book of random encounters. 40 pages, 20 maps, 250 encounters. More of the same. You could do the same thing for free by just clicking a link on your web that says generate random encounters for D&D. Am I too hard on these guys? How dare I complain about people making 5th edition product when I'm writing a 5th edition product? Because yes, I admit I will sell out, and the best way for me to get my name back in the industry is to do at least one 5th edition product. So is it wrong for me to say, dude, why are you making a book of random encounters when there's already 100 books of random encounters, and literally I could go online and do it for free? Why don't you make something that's actually going to push the hobby further instead of just more of the same? Am I a bully? Am I just too jaded? Am I just too grumpy? Should I be more open-minded? Probably. But then, being an ass is sort of my thing. Now get off my lawn! I'll talk to you later.